I like to promise that this will be short. I always mean for them to be short, but I'm a blabbermouth. What can I say? This is Leanne, 61 years old. Pre-op on the 23rd of May. It's my surgery. I fly out to go to Mexico on the 22nd, and I am 5 days before pre-op diet. So that means in 5 days from now, my eating will change forever. And it isn't, I don't know, it maybe should be really scary to me, but I think I'm so ready. I had a couple, I know I just did a video a couple days ago, but I had a couple thoughts that I didn't want to lose. One of them is about attitude. How much does attitude matter in this? Like most of you, I've watched a zillion videos, and some of them, the most inspiring to me, speaking just for myself, are the ones with the people who maintain a happy outlook and a positive attitude even through all the struggles. How much control do we have over our attitude? I like to think that I'm going to right now I have a wonderful attitude, and I'm really, really committed, and I'm thinking that I'm going to do this thing and that it's going to be okay, and that I'm going to be successful at changing my eating habits after 61 years. Anyway, I'm a natural optimist. I'm a naturally, my cup is always half full, and so I don't think a positive attitude is going to be as difficult for me as, say, someone who has a harder time with it. But weight loss has beat me my whole life, and maybe it's foolish of me to say I'm going to have a really positive attitude, and it's going to help to carry me through, because I've started other diets. Although I have to say, I haven't really gone into any other weight loss plan so optimistic, so sure that this is the thing for me as I am with this. So maybe, because then your optimism and your hopes and your positive attitude kind of gets dashed, doesn't it, when you slip and eat something and then your cravings just devour you. That's how it feels to me. So I'm wanting to know what anybody else thinks about how much attitude has to do with success afterwards. How much attitude for me has to do with planning. I'm envisioning myself following all the rules just right and being stronger than the cravings. I'm counting on the low carb way of eating to do what it's always done for me before, which is to take away my cravings and reduce my hunger. And I think that this tool will help me to do that. Maybe I'm nuts, but I like to think so. These are the promises that I am making to myself as I am just over 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow is 2 weeks. Tomorrow. I promise that I'm going to tell myself when I have post-op struggles right from the beginning that if it's hard or if it's awful, that this is what it is today, but it will get better. I have no idea whether I'm going to suffer from gas pains, or if I'm going to be exhausted, or if I'm going to have trouble keeping, sipping water, or any of the troubles that all the kinds of other people have had. But I'm going to promise myself and all of you that when my struggles happen, which they will, I know they will, no matter how good of an attitude I have, that I'm going to just tell myself, okay, this is hard today. You're old. You've been through a lot of really hard things in your life, and this isn't going to feel like this always, and you're going to just take one step and put one foot in front of the other and get through it. And I'm going to promise myself that if and when the cravings hit or the head hunger, my head is telling me I'm hungry or I want to just eat nonstop or snack or graze or do all the things that I've done all my life that are wrong. Binge, eat food after dinner and stay up too late so that I can eat food. I'm going to just tell myself when that happens, I promise, that I'm going to wait 15 minutes and let it pass. I'm going to let it pass because I know it will pass. I have experience with that. I just don't employ it like I should. So I just want to promise myself, make a commitment to myself, because I deserve it. I'm going to cry. After feeling the emotional and physical pain of being so overweight for so long, I deserve to do this thing and to have the confidence and the strong belief that I am going to see the other side of this, and that it's going to be one less problem that I'm going to have to worry myself about for the rest of my life, being fat. So, okay. One other thing that I think is interesting, I was IMing a wonderful, my second grade best friend. We reconnected through Facebook after 1,000 years, and we were messaging back and forth today, and I told her about this, and she was wonderfully supportive, and I gave her the link to my channel so that if she wants to follow me, she can. And it occurred to me, and we wrote about, we're both jewelry makers too, and she went and subscribed to my channel and came back and said, gosh, I had no idea that you could use YouTube as a support system. She and I were introduced pretty much to regular YouTube use through jewelry making tutorials. And then I got to thinking, that's right. If it hadn't been for YouTube, I would have never, well, I might have eventually discovered or heard about this surgery, but I wouldn't have had access to everybody's experiences that have been the key thing that has helped me decide to do this. I did the research, I looked online, I read medical stuff, I've read books, but honestly, it's the sharing back and forth with you guys and listening to you be so real and honest and upfront about the good, the bad, and the ugly that helped me make my decision. So that's freaking huge, isn't it? That YouTube helped me make a decision that I'm counting on to make a big difference in my life. And then I got to thinking even beyond that YouTube is how I started to learn how to make jewelry, and I learned all kinds of techniques, wire wrapping and all that stuff via tutorials on YouTube. And because I did that, I got good enough to make pretty things that people really like, and I started a savings account 4 years ago, and it's because of YouTube teaching me how to make jewelry that I earned and saved enough money to have this vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I couldn't do it otherwise. I haven't known what I'm going to spend this money on, but I figured I'd know when it came to me. And so YouTube and technology, as much as I roll my eyes about how dependent we all are, I have to give a shout out to YouTube, because if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have earned the money, learned how to do the thing that earned me the money, and then I wouldn't have found all of you that helped me see that there is a way out of this hole that I've dug myself in. So yay, YouTube. One other thing, and I wasn't going to mention this, but I might as well. I told my parents yesterday, my brother, I have a small family, mom, dad, brother, and I had told my dad a while back, and he's my pal, and he and I get each other, and he's real supportive, but I hadn't told my mom or my brother because my mom's a worrywart, and they're elderly, and my brother tends to worry too. So I was really pleasantly surprised that my brother especially, was really enthusiastic. He and my mom are thin. Yeah, always have been, never could even begin to imagine what it's like to be me or my dad. My dad has the same issues. Anyway, my mom actually said, and she isn't one to apologize, really, ever. So this was kind of huge. She said, I just want you to know that I'm sorry for all the, basically she said the programming and all the things that she nagged me about and stuff as a kid. I certainly didn't intend to hurt you, and I told her, I was just so neat to hear her acknowledge and take a little responsibility, and you know what, it just sort of like fixed that. My mom and I aren't terribly close, and It's not her fault. I have a real difficult time with her sometimes, not always. We're doing really well right now. But I just couldn't get over the fact that she acknowledged that her programming of my little brain all the while I was growing up, that she acknowledged doing that and said she was sorry. And instantly it was like, oh, of course, don't worry. You did the best you could. You thought you were doing a good thing. And we all do the best we can with what we have at the time. And you didn't mean anything negative, so just forget about it. Of course you're forgiven. And it was just kind of almost like a big old weight off my shoulders, because I've felt bad about it all these years. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that with everyone. Thanks everyone for your comments. I sure wish I could tell everybody in the video that comments or that I subscribe to that help me so much, all the things I think about how wonderful you are. But I'm going to cut this off now, and I'll do some more shout outs another day. Thank you all for being here. I just appreciate you.